Morocco has always captured my imagination. It could be growing up on classic films like Lawrence of Arabia and Casablanca, but for whatever reason, I've always wanted to go, and I've never got the chance. So finally in 2018 with my good friend Iain, we carved out one whole week to just lose ourselves in Morocco. From Fez to Rabat, Casablanca to Marrakesh. Come join us.
The word of the day is Hammam. It's basically like you're paying another adult to sponge bathe you in super heat. Only instead of a sponge, he's using an oven mitt covered in sandpaper. Rabat is totally different to Fez. It's a lot more French feeling, modern, and honestly, it feels a lot safer in some ways. We didn't mind going out at night, and whereas Fez, we weren't that comfortable, but it could just be getting used to Morocco as well. I have opted for the every little thing's gonna be alright shirt. I feel like Morocco has earned it. I feel like every little thing will be alright because Morocco is pretty awesome. It's definitely growing on us. We're feeling more confident. We're going to get the train to Casablanca. This is how you get around, if you're a cat, in Rabat. Oh, Dr. Seuss.
Well,
video diary for morning number 3.
Hammams are...
Oh, is this morning number 2?
It's morning number 3.
3?
Yeah.
See, I'm lost in Morocco.
2 in Fez.
Go ahead, sorry.
We just had the weirdest of experiences last night. Going to Hammam, where you get scrubbed to pieces. I have like burn marks down my arms. I guess I do feel refreshed. I feel exhilarated, certainly. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience that you would not do again. Sort of like torture, being thrown hot water, cold water, hot water, cold water. Yeah, it's a good one.
It's been said before, but it bears repeating, that the train network in Morocco is an excellent choice for transportation. It's both safe and affordable, and I would have to say, fairly timely as far as African trains go. Casablanca was my first wild card of the trip, and I'm unashamed to confess it was a pilgrimage of homage to my childhood, growing up on the classic Humphrey Bogart film by the same title. And yes, I do know none of it was actually shot in Casablanca. I simply could not have lived with myself finally achieving the goal of exploring a bit of this evocative country without paying my respects to the largest city, even for just an afternoon.
Of all the gin joints in all the world, you had to waltz into my place. I had to do it, I'm sorry, apologize. We're not going in to Rick's Cafe though, because to be honest with you, it's very expensive. And hey, I've seen it, it's okay. I don't think Sam's in there playing it again, so we'll keep going.
My inner fanboy was geeking out to the max at Rick's Cafe actually being a thing now. However, there was one other place we felt was a must-see on our whirlwind tour of the industrial capital. The Hassan II mosque is the largest mosque in all of Africa and has the world's tallest minaret. Sitting right on the Atlantic Ocean, it is a sight to behold and well worth the effort, even in the blazing sun, to take in this monumental spectacle.
Certainly cranked up a notch, didn't it there?
It's getting spicy in here.
It's toasty. Whew. Morocco fooled us. Well played, Morocco.
With the sun beating down, we decided to retreat to the oasis of a shaded street cafe and pass our time with a delightful lunch waiting for our very own Marrakesh Express.
Happy with that?
Mm-hmm.
This is one of my favorite things about Morocco. Not like specifically Iain drinking mint tea, but just the mint tea in general. It's delicious.
Delish.
You have to learn to make the most of any shade possible.
Sometimes travel feels like a blur. And then there are times where everything slows down and you realize just how much you can accomplish in a single day. This was one of those days.
While we were waiting on the train, I've been thinking. And something I'm thinking is, for a place that is incredibly hot, like, well, it's just one of the hottest places I've ever been, they seem to really embrace more hotness in their life. I mean, they love hot mint tea at any time of the day. They love hot food for dinner. And for relaxation, they decide to go in an incredibly hot steam room. I don't get it. I mean, where's the cold? Show me the cold. Current excitement levels.
Due in part to our overly relaxed approach to booking last-minute fares, when the train arrived, we found ourselves without a first-class ticket. The problem with that is first class is where all the air conditioning is. So in classic misadventure style, we had to shove our way onto the train and stand sweating in second class, hoping for some seats to become available so we could pay for an upgrade. To be completely honest with you, I wouldn't go back and change a thing. It's little mistakes like that you love to look back on and have a laugh about later. Plus, seats did become eventually available, so as they say, all good things come to those who wait. This particular train journey was perhaps one of my favourite of the entire trip. The day's adventuring to reflect on, the frantic and unexpected twist of seating issues, and the constantly varying terrain kept me entertained the entire way. Even the toilets provided me with amusing detail. Two train journeys, another great city, and a couple of good meals under our belts, and we were equal parts excitement and exhaustion as we finally arrived at the mystical and legendary Marrakesh. Far too tired to even consider walking the mile or two to the Medina, we haggled a reasonable fare outside the train station and once again allowed the seemingly familiar yet still somehow noticeably unique sights and sounds of another Moroccan city saturate our palates. No exploring was done that night. Finding our riad and getting dinner was the most we could manage after another day's exploits in the intense Moroccan sun. We fell asleep with a keen sense of excitement for what the next day would gift us in this fabled city.